Hi everyone, welcome back to the Crossroads, where we learn all the secrets of the blues. This week we're asking the question, should you bother playing over the changes in a blues? Well, I'm going to give you two examples. The first one, I'm going to play the pentatonic scale over some blues changes, and the second one I'm going to actually play over the changes. So let's have a listen. Alright, now let's hear playing over the changes. So the question is, should you bother playing over the changes? Well, the answer is, it's entirely up to you. When you listen back to those two little sections I played there, what did it for you? Was it the first one where I played pentatonic, or was it the second more arpeggiated approach, playing over the changes? That's up to you. So let me show you those two phrases I played, and maybe you can get something from it. So before I start that though, let me just show you the chords. We're doing this blues in B flat. Now I know that's a bit scary, but the B flat is the only maybe tricky chord. The rest are quite easy chords to think over. So it's B flat, G7, C, F7, and back to B flat. That's like a turnaround in a blues using some more interesting chords. All right, so let's have a look at the first lick I played. Okay, so this lick kind of like very B.B. King, but I'm thinking of this B.B. box actually. That's probably why it sounds like B.B. King. Alright, so I'm sure you know that kind of box 3 in B flat here on the 11th fret. So these are the notes I'm playing. Slide into 12 on the G, 11 on the B. Then I'm going down the blues scale, 13, 12, 11. Back to the root note, the 11th fret again. And then I'm bending the 13th fret. And when it gets to the top, I pick the note again. That is a kind of a B.B. King thing, because you'll never hear B.B. King do this. Other players might do that, but he didn't. He kind of did this. So I know we're not trying to sound like B.B. King. That's not the lesson today. But anyway, there's a little tip for you. And then I do this. So this is 12 on the G, 13 on the B, back to 12 on the G again, and then I curl that B flat. It's a weird note to curl, isn't it? But that's what happens. And do that 2 times, and then slide into the 13 on the high E, and then that B flat. So let's hear that lick again. Trying to add some dynamics into it too. And that's, of course, what makes it bluesy, really, is the touch you put into it, maybe the tone you use, and all the rest of it. So there we go. That was the first lick. So if you like that, that's great. You can think of that approach, because these chords, quite busy, aren't they? B flat, G, C, F. So, that's, you might think, quite tricky, but we just did it playing over using that one scale. Okay, very good. Now let's have a look at playing over the changes. Now I'll show you the lick I played, I think, first. So I think I played something like this. All right, okay, so first of all, let me give you the notes, and then I'll try and explain what's going on here. So starting on 13 on the A string, that's a B flat note. And I'm going 10, 11, 12 on the D. 10 on the G. 11 here on the B. And then 10 on the high E. 13 on the high E. And then 11 to 10 on the E. So that sounds like this. Those last two notes, the 11 to 10, I pull off. Pull off 13 to 12 on the B. Same on the G. Okay, and then that last bit was the same on the D. 13 to 12 on the D. 10 and slide back to 9. So far we've got this. And now I'm going to play this. So this is 10 here, 9 on the G, 8 here on the B, and then this note here, 8 on the high E. So let's go back a little bit. And then kind of back up again, 8 on the, so 8 on the B, 9. And now I'm going to go to 10. This is 10 on the D, 7 on the D, and then 8 here on the A, and then go back to this 8 here on the D. So I played something like that. So it was this. There we go. So that was the kind of arpeggio approach. Now this obviously takes a little bit more work, because when you're playing over the changes you have to think about each chord. So I'm thinking about, oh, it's a B flat, so play something in B flat. G7, I'll play something in G7. C7, I'll play something in C7. F, play something in F and back to B flat. So there's quite a lot going on there, isn't there? And you might think that that's very difficult, but it all comes back to these kind of triad shapes. So don't worry if you don't understand that lick. If you want some more information about that, let me know in the comments and I'll break it down completely. But let me just break it down simply for now, what the principle of what I'm doing. I'm thinking of triads, really. So first of all, if you think of B flat, here's a B flat chord, B flat, all right? Here's the triad here, B flat. And then I think to myself, right, next chord is a G7. So where is the nearest G to where I am? This is this kind of D shape here. So we've got B flat, G. Next chord is a C, so where's the nearest C? Same as the B flat, isn't it? Just move it up 2 frets. That's the root note. There's the C there. Okay, and then the last chord is the F. Where is the nearest F to where I am? It's this shape here. There's the F on the 10th fret of the G. So it's 10, 10, and 8. So here's this chord progression in the triads. The last chord was B flat. So if you kind of played over the top of those changes simply, you could have so hopefully you can hear the kind of, here's the 4 chords. And again, if I play some simple arpeggios. And that's quite pleasing to hear, I think, you know. Obviously, if you played some blues ideas over that like we did before, you're playing the... And you're not worried about the changes, which is why it's a nice place to start. So, there we go. There's the 2 licks I played and some little explanation. But the idea of this video is just for you to determine what you like. And when you find out what you like, then you can go and find the answers. So if you like the pentatonic approach, listen to people who play that really well. B.B. King, for example, you know, Stevie Ray Vaughan, all these great people. And if you like the arpeggio approach, then listen to more jazz, you know. And once you know what you want to do, you can take the path to get you there. So whatever path you like, write it down in the comments below. If you want to know a more detailed description of how I came up with that second lick, then let me know. But for now, see you next week on the Crossroads.